welcome aboard. I am here this afternoon with Ismael Chavez of Chavez Home, Century 21 Discovery, and we want to chat with him a little bit about this COVID-19 and how his business is going and what's cooking. How you doing, Ishmael?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Joe? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing good, thanks. I'm doing good. Miss seeing you every day.
Yes, likewise. I know. I stopped by the office the other day and still smelling really clean. So at least that's good, right?
Thanks, absolutely. I know we got that. Hey,
Yeah.
just as an introduction, Ishmael is one of our very consistently top producing agent teams at Century 21 Discovery, and every year he strives to do better than the year before and has accomplished that. He just works consistently and hard and works a plan. And knowing him the way I do, COVID-19 has become an inconvenience for him, but I don't think that's going to interfere with his goals and what he wants to accomplish this year. So we want to talk to him about that and just see how things are going. So Ishmael, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All
Let's
right.
get started.
So how are you conducting business during the COVID-19 stay-at-home order? What are you doing?
As for me, I'm definitely, we're working from home, right? And I'm available for clients, for showings, for doing virtual tours, things like that. But more than ever, I'm in front of my computer, sitting and looking at my CRM, my contacts, my past clients, following up. And especially in the very, very beginning, I was just checking in on everybody. And I'm still doing it every day. So that's how I'm just staying in touch with everybody, just reaching out to people. Just want to see how they're doing, how they're feeling, and if they have any questions, because I know a lot of people are confused about this time, right?
So Ishmael, how many calls you make in a day on average? And you're reaching out to your sphere, your clients, your prospects. About how many you make in a day?
I mean, good conversations, about 10.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right, good. And then you're just basically starting it off with how you doing? How is everything? Are you okay?
Yeah, and those are my phone calls. Of course, text messages are going out,
Right.
emails, things like that, follow-ups. But I'm just checking in to see how things are going. See how things are going with them, and if they
Right.
have any questions, I want to be available for them because, like I said, there's a lot of people that wanted to make moves early on this year and freaked out, especially during this time, which makes a lot of sense. If people losing jobs, there's a lot of things moving around right now that are out of our control, right? So I'm there to just assist them and let them know what's in front of us today. So,
A lot of angst.
mhm.
Hey, what tools are you using to assist yourself in your business? What are you using?
Right now, more than ever, definitely our CRM, of course, right? With Zap.
Mhm.
So I'm sending out the app. More people are looking and shopping online than ever before.
Right.
So I think Zap's working really well for me. And it's, of course, social media, because everyone is on their phone, their tablet, their computer. They're constantly looking, watching the news, trying to spread real news here from the real estate world, right? Just to give people real information in real time. So that's what I'm using. I mean, definitely social media a lot.
Okay. So, and what activities are you doing? What activities are you doing to enhance that?
Right now, as for me, for the real estate side, are you talking about just lifestyle?
Just, well, you know what? I mean, both of them, man. It's
Yeah,
like, we're going to talk about mindset in a little bit,
yeah.
but how are you? What activities are you doing? I mean, you can't do your gym events. You
Hmm.
can't do those things that are your staple.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah, I really miss those. That's for sure.
Okay.
Even just getting out there and doing my daily routine, going to the gym or
Right.
doing my pop buys that I call, right? Visiting my past clients, kind of stopping by, seeing if they need anything. I love doing that, right? That's why we're in this business. We're in this business of
Fun.
service. So for me, I'm just stepping it up more, like I said, in the phone calls, right? Reaching out, kind of slowing down, saying hello, checking in, doing things that I really couldn't do when I was super busy running around. So that has helped a lot. Doing that for the people, I think, gives them peace of mind too, because they're there worried, and they want to know what's going on with their health. They want to know what's going on with their future, as far as real estate, right? And so those are the activities that I'm doing. We're also trying to get creative with just a lot more posts that have just real information. It's not just we sold a house. It's, hey, check this article out. You know,
Right.
let's get different perspectives out there. So definitely using that and sharing the news that you always post for the company. right? So all that's really helpful. So thank you for that.
So you're welcome. Have you got any success stories you want to share with us?
Yes. Actually, yesterday I opened 2 escrows. So
Congratulations. How the
yes,
fuck did you do that when everybody's saying it's flat?
yes, right. No, it's busy and it's funny, but well, not funny, but this one of the escrows that we opened yesterday, we lost an offer this weekend on a house they loved, right? Because there was multiple offers and it was bidded up and it was too high. So we lost that house and they were bummed out. I was really bummed out for them. The agent wanted to work with me, but the price was just way too high. So anyhow, fast forward about a day and a half later, I found them another home that they really liked. Well, actually, they sent it to me. I went out, did my research, set the appointment. I did a virtual tour for them because my clients have a 5-week-old son, right? So I don't want to be near them or expose them if it's unnecessary, and they're totally cool with it, which is nice. It's helping out the business a lot. That people are real flexible and understanding, right? Safety is first, right? So what I'm doing, I go out there, do a virtual tour for them. They liked it. Wrote an offer. There was multiple offers, and we got it. So now we're actually gonna go view the property today, not with the baby, right? And we're gonna do it safely, of course, with our gloves and our mask and staying 6 feet or 6 miles away, whatever it is. So so we're gonna do that today to check out the property, make sure that they're super comfortable. But also they did their homework. They drove around. They always drive by these properties, and they're helping me out too. So that's nice. We're all working together on this. So that was a success story.
Now, stop
Yeah.
on that one for a second. Tell me, when you're doing a virtual tour, tell me about that. What are you doing with that? Are you just walking through the house with your phone? What's up?
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm using FaceTime. So not everybody has an iPhone, but most of my clients do have iPhones. So I'm using FaceTime in the meantime
Very
to
good.
do the walkthroughs, which work really well.
So they can tell you, hey, focus in over here. I want to see that
Yeah,
corner a little bit better. And
I kind of try to use the phone like I'm using my head. I'm just turning and doing the natural, looking around, and I slow down and make sure they see everything, and I give them my 2 cents and show them what, the size of the room. Maybe I'll even take steps and kind of show them measurements, overall picture of the house, right?
right.
And of course I'm throwing my pointers out, so letting them know what I see. Mhm.
So tell me about number two that you got.
Number two is a buddy of mine. Got him into escrow on a property. This kind of goes back to where the market is. So this property has been in the market, I believe, over 100 days and hasn't moved. So long story short, we got this deal for about $60,000 under that was priced.
Yeah.
And what I did was just encourage my buyer to write an offer, because the seller had verbal offers, but we know those don't mean anything, right? So I encouraged them, if you want to lowball the seller, I mean, don't shoot too low, right? We want to get serious. We want to get a good deal here. So we came up with the number, and I said, let's just put it in writing. And we did. And we negotiated it, and we got a great deal. And so now we opened escrow, and like I said, $60,000 less than this price. And this is a property under 400,000.
Very cool.
So yeah, so that worked out really well. And also this morning, I had a seller of mine call me that they're ready to go. So Monday, I plan to go to the property and help them out. And this is after following up for about 2 years. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen with one phone call and all that.
No.
So let me ask you another question. What's your general advice for sellers right now in today's market?
Right now for sellers, and I took this note and I kind of wrote it in bold there. And it's pretty simple. For me, the way I see it is the money's there right now, right? If someone was already planning to sell, right, and that was their next move, they're downsizing, upsizing, whatever it is, the money is there. The money is in front of us right now today. Granted, yes, market crash. There's a lot of things going on. I mean, it's a crazy time right now, but what's certain is that the money is there. People are buying home. So I encourage my sellers, and if I can tell them anything, is that they can sell their house today. I don't know what's going to happen in 3 months or 6 months, but we'll work on that, right? We'll continue informing people, but I think people miss opportunities by just waiting too long. you know. I think everything's subjective, right? Depending on people's lifestyle situation. And so what I say is, if it's perfect for you now, I mean, there's nothing else to really do other than,
Right,
make the move. Take
right.
your Mhm.
And that's the other thing is you got to swim upstream to really make that happen sometimes, and that's
Mhm.
the best thing I would recommend as well.
Yes.
So my next question is, and you kind of rolled into that on that one. What's the general advice that you're giving buyers?
For my buyers, same thing. I mean, it's really difficult. As agents, people always ask us when the perfect time is to buy. If we could find them a house that's like way below market, all these, cool ideas
Right,
in not real world, right? So what I encourage my buyers to do is think about what their situation is, what their current situation is. As for my investors, I'll start off with investors.
mhm,
That's on them, especially because there's a risk, right? There's a risk involved in investing. So, as always, right now I could not tell them for sure that they're going to profit off a house in the next 6 months to a year. I cannot say that. But what I can say is you can take advantage of it right now, where some people are maybe not shopping, right? Because right now we had so
yeah,
many buyers, right? It was just driving the market.
that's right.
It was really busy, right? A lot of multiple offers, shortage of inventory. Now we have maybe a little bit less activity as buyers,
Right.
but what I mean by they're still busy is that we still have half of those people out there and the inventory hasn't changed,
Yeah, and
you know?
as a buyer, they're also in a much better spot these days because
Right.
it's like you've got the first stringers
Hmm.
are in there right now,
Yeah.
and all the other people that were just kind of fishing and
Yeah.
messing it up for those guys
Yeah.
are out right now.
Absolutely. And so back to so that's on the investors, right? Now, for my first time buyers or people who are looking to buy a home, they're tired of renting or they want to move out of parents, whatever it is. Those are people that are like, hey, it's in front of you, you're young, everything's perfect for you, I would say, because you have a job, and obviously check your job status, right? You're not steady, right? And you're looking for a home, I mean, you're young, it can be both with time, right? Especially in
Right.
California. It's one of those things that it's a long game. So for those people, I highly encourage them because also the rates are there. The rates are low. The
Mm,
rates are still good. People say they went up. They did go up a little bit, but they're still great.
right.
So for those people that are looking to make a move, I mean, yes, right now is a good time. Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of my buyers are taking items with no question. So that's pretty cool. You get people that really don't question it, and then you get people that are really freaking out. And I understand both. I
Right.
understand both. It's one of those things that they have to make those decisions, right? And we're just trying to guide them. And
Help them out along the way.
yeah.
You know? So
Mhm.
Ishmael, you know, what's your mindset right now? Tell me about that. Tell me about your mindset.
Yeah. So for me, it's I've been thinking a lot. Um, when I first started in this business in 2000, end of '06, I started my classes, got my license. Took a test, I think it was like January 2007, right? I remember vividly, it was the most exciting day of my life once I got the license. Well, at the time, market was super high, right? Everyone was selling houses, right?
Right.
So I was really excited. Then the market crashed shortly after that, right? We're talking end of '07, '08. Market crash for me. So in those times, uh, I remember getting out there and working, passing out my information, and a lot of people were just kind of like weary about real estate, right? And I didn't know how to educate them. I was brand new. I was just trying to learn myself. So I just remember and I recall people that were in the business for a long time. They were getting all the business, and that's how I felt. I probably could have worked harder, looking back now, right? But those people were really helping people out, and the more experienced agents were just getting all the business. Well, now fast forward to today, I'm glad I never quit. I've stuck with it.
Right.
I've went full time with you since 2013. It's been a hell of a ride, right? It's been great. I've been working really hard, just kind of really enjoying it. So now, back to your question. So now today, I just feel like I'm of service for the people like I always wanted to be. Where I do know the business more than ever, obviously. Right, I'm continuing to learn. But now I really service people and look them in their face and in their eyes and say, this is what I recommend. And it's really nice. So for me, I'm just doubling down, right? Doubling down my business, working twice as hard. if that makes sense. I feel like I'm always working, but it's just different now. I feel like people just really need help. They need education. They need to know what's going on. They need to feel comfortable. And having that said, I have to be on top of my game. I have to be checking real information out there, communicating with you, the company, right? And all those real estate professionals out there, and just kind of putting together a good plan, right? So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just I feel like I can help people a lot more right now because it's not just that simple, right? Right now things are a little complicated,
Right.
especially in the eyes of people who are not in the industry. So that I'm excited about that. So I just feel really good. I'm just really excited.
So, Ishmael, one of the last two questions I got for you is one of them is how do you stay in that right frame of mind? How do you keep what I call the devil out of your head?
Yeah, I know it's difficult, right? I'm a man of faith, so for me, prayer, right? Even meditation, just kind of really thinking things thoroughly and putting the big stuff for me, putting it on God. I'm gonna do the work, and for me, it just that's how I work. So, plus I have great mentorship, right? By yourself, by you, not yourself,
Thank
you,
you.
Joe, and a lot of others that have been around me to support me. So I just stay in touch and just make sure we're speaking the right things. Obviously, thinking positive, right? I think there's nothing better than uh, speaking positively, right? Because there's definitely something to say about that, right? If you're out there thinking positively and out there working the winning mentality, you could definitely get yourself out of the rut, so to speak.
I've always said that, none of us is smart enough or knows enough about any topic to really be pessimistic about that.
Hmm.
We should be optimistic about everything that we do
Yeah,
because we don't know enough to be on the side. And who says that it can't happen? And then
yeah,
I ran across something the other day that, hey, we were born for this.
yeah,
We were born for this. We were born for today. We were born for tomorrow.
yeah,
And it's whether or not we choose to accept that or, bury our heads in the sand and not,
yeah.
So in closing this up,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we've gone a little bit longer than we thought, but it's always good conversation, Ishmael, is what advice would you give other realtors, other professionals in the business right now? If you were looking at a room of 2,000, what would you say?
Oh, right now is the time to double down on your business. Right now, yeah, right now is the time to extend a hand out, and get out there and be of service. So servitude. I guess that was my whole point. I was just,
I,
you
I
know,
like I like that. It is total service right now.
yeah,
It's a service mindset, and putting the sales part of it secondary, primary service, and then getting that done and doing that. I think that's the best thing that we can possibly do.
absolutely.
Um, so, in closing, anything you want to add, sir?
I just want to say thank you for keeping us posted, Joe. You're keeping the company alive. You're keeping me alive. I appreciate that. And even what I said earlier about the company smell or the building, the office smelling really good. Hey, thank you. You keep everything right and tight, and I appreciate that. And that's just the small stuff, the knowledge, the information you're giving us. I appreciate that. This is keeping us with our clients, and you're the man. You've been doing this for how long, Joe?
42 years. Here's a little.
Yeah. Just 42 years. But no, thank you for everything. Thank you for your mentorship. I appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, bud. Hey, so again, I want to thank Ismael Chavez for joining us today on our podcast. I think there's a lot of great information for what the market is doing, and
Hmm.
I've always, pay attention to what the professionals are doing, and Ishmael's one of those. Ishmael, thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
man. Charge
Thank
on.
you,
Have
Joe.
a great day.
Thank you, guys.
All right, take care. Charge on.